Hopefully this is working now. I just spent many hours. No, that's the one from 2 hours ago. Test. That's the one from 2 hours ago. Okay. All right, so I got chat going. You guys can only see the tippy top of my head. And for some reason, I don't know how to friggin' mute. Okay. All right, so I got chat going. You guys can only see the tippy top of my head. Okay. Good to go. It's beautiful. Yes, the top of the head is definitely exactly what everybody desperately needed to see. Yeah, I just spent about 3 hours or so trying to get this laptop updated. Then it kept locking up, and then it wasn't recognizing the audio, and so it was just doing a whiny whistle noise thing. I'm going to move the main mic up here on top. So you should be able to hear me wherever I am in the room without me having to wear it, because then it's just going to get bumped and jostled around, and that should fix that. Da, da, da. Major day. Well, cool. So briefly, here's what's going on. You should be able to see the screen right there. Yeah, that is the ultrasound machine. Get rid of this tub that's in the way. Oh, I got a mess to clean up. It's not normally quite this crowded in here, but this is the photo booth that I set up to take pictures of all the snakes. I'm not going to be doing the pictures now. I'm going to be going through and wow. So much shit on the fucking floor here. I had to move everything around, and so I run out of space to set anything, including me a little bit. So we're going to do some ultrasounds. Gonna need to run something better than Windows 7. This is a $3,500 Alienware laptop running Windows 11. So the fact that there's a problem with it doesn't mean that I have archaic thing. That's an ultrasound which is running an old version of Windows, and yet it works fine. Didn't give me any problems at all. All right. So I already did some pairings based on the first ultrasound things. And what I'm going to do is, this is the wand for these. Hopefully I can get this set. I might do an actual like Zoom screen insert, but I have my gel for ultrasounding and a couple of towels to help me wipe off snakes and things. I'm just completely out of space. Luckily, I've already done the entire sea serpent rack here, and almost all of the girls in that rack are ready. Let me see if I can get a close-up shot that I can switch to. that, and then we'll do.
I'm
live streaming. What's up?
I was gonna run to the store for the reason I said earlier.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you need me?
Not necessarily. Do you want to go, or do you want to stream?
No, you can give me a new one, and I'll hit that one, even if I end up getting sick.
Okay.
Or you can just bring me one of the other ones. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I don't have scenes set up for this, but let me do a. There we go. So we want a crop pad, and we'll do ultrasound. Do right. Let's do this up a little bit. All right. Oh, that's not right. Oh, shit. Here we go. Nothing ever works the way it should. Well, this is terrible, but I think I have. Yep. So that's where I can zoom in on the ultrasound. All right. This is awful, awful, awful. All right, I'll try to keep an eye out for chat, but I'm doing this on my own, and we'll see how it goes. That sheet is done, and we need this one. So one thing you'll see is that the ultrasound needs gel to actually work. So once I load up a gel, the ultrasound close-up will go white. What is the key button for transitions? I thought, yeah. Fuck. No. Alright. Now I've got that all set up where I can reach over and transition back and forth. Hey, look, it's Humpty Dumpty. Congrats. A winner is you. I'm going to move this microphone just a little bit. Alright. We good? Yeah, alright, that should be everything. So, we've got the biggest girls are in this rack. They've already been all ultrasounded, and I paired a few of them up. Although this pairing is not, they are ignoring each other. The other pairings, they seem to be a little bit interested. I also just did an ultrasound on my Wilma girl, and she was surprisingly not a bitey, terrified mess. Let's see. Yeah, the audio should be fine when I'm over here working. The only time it's going to be a slight stretch is when I'm out here grabbing things. But, let's see. Okay, this is Peel. Peel is a banana het piebald. And let me do that. I'll get some lube on the wand there, and you can see how it darkens up. And then you want to go just south of the midpoint right there. So that's gallbladder right there. And just south of that, you should get a follicle duct, an oviduct. And so far we're not getting anything. Let me try it on the other side. All right. Teal, you're not giving me much of anything, and you're balling up on me. All right. So she's got, I think, nothing in the way of follicles right now. And she's very, very tense and really not letting me get a good look. All right. So this girl is we've had her for a year and some change, never gotten any sort of decent follicle measurement on her. I'm going to double check that we weren't sold a boy as a girl. And I'm pretty sure we were sold a boy. I'm pretty sure that this is a boy. Come on, I just want to get one good look again. Yeah, I think you're a boy, and I think one of the things I'm going to do to test it is maybe pair you with somebody. But banana het pied girl is what she was sold to us. Aren't pythons live-bearers? They lay eggs. Boas are live-bearers. Pythons lay eggs. Wow, you're in shed, so sorry to disturb you. All right, this is Priscilla, and she's a piebald, just a visual piebald, which means she is heterozygous for the piebald gene. And this is another big nothing. Like not even a hint of a follicle. So we're going to check you too. These came from the same person, and I just from her size, I'm pretty sure she's a girl, but I think those are both girls, and neither of them are giving me anything at all with regard to follicles. And hey, Mocha. So this is Mojave. We know she's a girl because she's produced for us. Or sorry, this is Mocha. She is, no, I'm sorry, this is Tubby. So she's visually normal, but she is 100% het pied and 100% het caramel albino, and we do not have any other caramel albinos and will not be trying to produce any because there are fertility issues with the caramels. Okay, let me go ahead and hit the button. If you guys can't see this, I'll make an adjustment, but those blotches right there, those are follicles. And if I were to actually be able to freeze it and measure it, I could tell, which I can do on this, It's just, I can't really do it with one hand. But yeah, those dark blotches are follicles. I can tell you, let me get the size of it right now. And we'll just say that from the edge, that biggest one goes in about a third. And so I'll show you how I measure those with the machine, but I don't need to do it because I can eyeball it and say those are about 10 or 11 millimeters. So, no, Tubby, no. Okay. So let me pull up this and see if I can't zoom in just a little bit more. All right, you can freeze this, and then you can come up here and measure distance. And if we were to go from the edge to about a third of the way in, which we'll say is like that, that is a little bigger than we saw, and that's 13 millimeters, so it's basically 10, 20, 30. And you can measure the distance across by going, okay, wow. Yeah, so it's 20. Okay. I'm going to measure the entirety of the screen. So we can put a point right here and a point right here, and that full width of the screen is about 40. So if they're half the width of the screen, you're at 20 millimeters, and a quarter is about 10. So that's why I don't need to measure. Once I know that the screen width on here is 40. Boom, boom, boom. Gonna admit I've been watching herpetology videos to get over the stupid fear of snakes. Yeah, it's good stuff, and there's no good reason to have a fear. What there should be is just a healthy respect, and largely you leave them alone, especially if you don't know what you're dealing with, and they're all going to pretty much leave you alone. All right. So this is Mocha, which was a little bit of a mistake because when we named her, we weren't aware that there was an actual morph called Mocha. But she's a Mojave calico that is het pied, and she has produced some really, really good looking babies for us. And so yeah, the coloration and her calico presentation is very mild, but we've confirmed it and got our calico babies. I can show you one of her babies from last year, but what I'm hoping for is that she, where's your tail? Right there. Well, let's go ahead and hit the button and zoom in. That might just be an egg. Yeah, what you're seeing there are nearly complete eggs. Those are almost 40 millimeters. Wait, no, don't hang on to that. Don't hang on. There you go. So yeah, I would pair her one more time, but at 35, it's almost like a last chance pairing. And now I need to figure out who I was putting. Oh, I know who Mocha's with. Mocha's with Cookies. Yeah, there we go. All right. I know Mocha. We're going to put you back in here. And we're also going to grab Cookies. Hey buddy, I got a job for you to do. Go in there and make some future babies in case you guys didn't pair up enough already. Cookies is Orange Dream Leopard Inchy Yellow Belly Piebald. So he's a visual pied with 4 other incomplete dominants. And so you put that together with Mojave Calico Het Pied, and you get a bunch of really cool combinations, including some cool visual pieds. For example, let's see. Yeah, there we go. This is a Mojave Calico Pied that is one of her babies from a year ago. Good stuff. All right. We have Alpine as an albino pinstripe. Come here, girl. We have this girl who's an albino pinstripe, and this girl who is a lavender albino pinstripe. So you can basically see the difference kind of between them in a quick glance. But in adults, they kind of fade out similar, but they have a slightly different presentation. Oh, you couldn't see anything. I didn't have the camera on there. So, yeah. So, albino pinstripe girl. We're going to boop, boop, boop. Come here, you. You are right on me. Why you gotta curl up like that? It's like you're a ball python or something. I just paired Cookies and Mocha.
Oh, nice.
Because she's got like 35 millimeter follicles.
Ooh, I like the shot you've got of the...
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I'm trying to get it. It's annoying. And I'm not getting follicles. Also, I learned something.
Okay.
I was, wow, I'm not getting crap. And this girl will not sit fucking still. Wait. Where's your gallbladder? Your gallbladder should be right there. It's like there's not even a snake here. I'm just getting weird reflections.
Yep.
All the others, I mean, I pick them up and, oh, can you hold that just a second? Unwrap your tail. Please stop. Please stop.
Yeah, when they're all clenched like this, it's a lot harder. They really gotta kind of relax.
Okay, that's gallbladder.
At least you're getting something.
Follicle should be right there. Yep, they're like 3.
Tiny.
3 to
tiny,
4.
Tiny.
All right. On peel, I wasn't getting. Don't throw up yet, just yet. On peel, I wasn't getting follicles at all, and I was like, I wonder if peel's a boy. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna check this. No, hang on to the snake.
Oh.
Just leave this part here with me. So I checked peel, and I thought we had a boy. Wow, you will not relax. Wow.
Yeah.
Please just relax, relax. There you go. It's like a little massage. You're gonna be fine.
I'm just pushing your penis or lack thereof out of a hole.
There we go. So you still get, like here, definite girl, getting nothing. But on Peel and on Priscilla, I did get nodules, but no red. So I pushed them out thoroughly. I'm convinced they're girls, but for a minute I was like, those are looking like hemi penis.
But also, you got, I think, from Mike.
Oh.
Hopefully.
That was one of the reasons to check it. Holy shit.
What, 3 or 4?
35.
35. That's pretty good. Wow, 3 or 4 I almost got it right now.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that helps after my little fiasco a couple days ago. So that's really nice. Alright.
Yeah.
Would you like to try? Oh no, why would I let you try the new one? I already touched it. Yeah, that's really awesome.
So that basically takes care of your stuff and the other rack. And
yeah. You did good, baby. You did a good thing, and
he wrote a nice little note.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
I'm gonna cry. All right.
I'll bring you up our other looper, since you probably don't want to try the new one after I just touched it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ultrasound everybody who hasn't given us eggs in like the last few months. So like I'm even gonna do, I think, Bell and Snicker and Coily.
Okay.
And see if I can't get through all of that rack and then go wipe all the goo off me. But yeah, it was granted part of that's paying about $700. That is the flight.
Yeah.
So.
But also, just especially after doing such a nice thing for you, for your teeth too, to.
And probably more. We're probably going to end up doing the other thing, but.
Now, to be fair. Well.
We're live.
Yeah. Never mind. That's really nice, though. Pretty sweet of him.
All right. Hello, Belle.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So this is Belle. Belle gave us some great looking eggs to eat recently, and there's no way that she's going to have follicles right now, but she does have incredibly interesting patterns. She is a Calico Huffman Mojave Pastel, who is also het hypo. And Huffman just does some amazing things with pattern. It's in the black-eyed leucistic complex, so it's right there with vanilla and fire. But I just love her. Just love her patterns. Oh, I missed something in chat. What's that? What's that box tent thing for? This is a photo booth. The light's currently off, but there's a series of lights up here, and we're going to put the snakes in there and take pictures of them. I'm going to probably do a live stream of that, but it was more important for me to get ultrasounds done today, which is why I'm set up where you guys can see a close up on ultrasound, and then you'll be able to see if any of the girls I pull out have near eggs, etc. But so this is Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle is awesome, but has never bred for us. She's still a little too small. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get a quick weight on her. So I'm going to bet that she's like 1100-ish. Oh, no. Don't go doing that. I just want to get a weight on you. Okay, we're not going to get a weight on you. But I am going to check for follicles because you are old enough and big enough. But she's a cinnamon calico. You are nuts today. And now I just got goop all over me. Yep, those are, oh my God, just stop for 1 second. I'm right there. Please just stop moving there. All right, it looks like, and now that she's calmed down, I can no longer get a read. There we go. So she has like 5mm follicles at best. Let me move this microphone. Sorry for any mic noise that's there. What we're going to do is I'm going to set that tub on there, put this here, and get a quick weight on her. Come on, get all the way in there. Yeah, so she is big enough to breed, but she's only got like 5mm follicles, and she's a little on the small side because she's only like 1300, and we really would, wow. Come here. We really would prefer they're closer to 1500. And we have girls that are all the way up to 35. Yes?
I gave you a present.
I think, thank you. Can you run that down and put it in my wallet, and I'll take care of it tomorrow? All right. So, Coily. I don't remember if we got eggs from her. Coily is Calico, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly Fire. And the Calico Orange Dream Yellow Belly is where we got the name. You can see it's an amazing pattern. Calico, which is also called sugar or sugar-sided. The camera's not really doing her justice, but... Alright, let me zoom in. So you'll see the whole screen go white as I get lube on there. Or gel, I guess, not lube. And then boom, right there, follicles immediately. And the biggest ones right there are about 10 or so. So yeah, she is ready to start pairing again this year. Calico, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly. I forgot which male I've got her in as far as the group goes, but I think she was with Al previously. All right, so okay, Spinach is with Coily, and I think I'm just going to pair them up real quick right now. Spinach is a Super Pastel Inchy GHI. You look terrible, buddy, but we're pairing you anyway. Yeah, Spinach is just, you already had him marked, he's in need of a soak.
Yeah, I had it marked, yeah.
But Coily's at 10, And so I'm going to put him in and see if that prompts her to start eating. And, oh wow, I didn't close Belle's tub all the way. I'm a bad boy. Varda, we don't need to check. Wednesday is too small, but I'm going to weigh her because I can tell by picking her up. Yeah, let me go back to camera here. I can tell by picking her up just from this that she's maybe 1,000 grams. Maybe. Actually, probably between 1,000 and 1,100. Nope, she's 950 grams. I was pretty close. So she's still way too young to breed. I'm not even going to bother doing an ultrasound on her. Actually, no, I will, because it's a good way to check that she's healthy and developing normally. And so for snakes, about 2/3 of the way down the body from their head, you'll find the gallbladder. It's pretty easy to spot on the ultrasound. Wow. You are moving a lot. And then if you just keep going, you want to be on just the, wow. For a snake that balls up all the time, you are losing your little mind. You want to be just to the side of the spine and kind of angled towards the, wow. Would you, hey, calm down. Please stop, please stop. There's absolutely nothing for you to be moving around for. You're not, nobody's hurting you. Just let me get a quick ultrasound. Yeah, now you're sitting there good. Okay, so you can see the gallbladder right there. It's the dark spot on the screen. I know I haven't zoomed in for you. This was a little too much, but yeah, she does not look like she's building follicles at all, and that's fine. She is a blackhead pinstripe that is also het lavender albino. And so she is much darker than the camera shows. This camera is lightening everything up, like it's not properly white balanced. As you can tell, my shirt's pretty dark, but it actually looks kind of grayish. But all right, so that's Wednesday. Blackhead, pinstripe, het lavender, beautiful girl. Who's this? Oh, okay. This girl is in shed, but her name is Aurora. She is a leopard lesser yellow belly that is also het pied. Let me zoom in on the ultrasound. Get a little gel on there. And then we're going to start right where I think egg should be. And yep, right there you can see some follicles. Only like 2, and they are like maybe 7 millimeter follicles, so she's not even really ready to start breeding yet. But I thought she was beautiful, and so no, stay in the tub. All right. The next row across has snakes that are definitely too small. So there's a yellow belly het clown, het pied male. No, female. And then 3 orange dream pastel clown het pieds. I'll show you what one of them looks like. They're still too young. They won't be ready for another year and some change, but OD Pastel Clown Het Pied. And there's 3 of those. And this is Skeletor. He's a boy. And he was the first snake that I got Arden 3 years ago or so. And now he's a full-grown breeder boy. He is Banana Lesser Fire Spot Nose Yellow Belly. So a powerhouse with no recessives. You're still too young. Let's see. Hey, you. This is another little boy that we got, and I don't know if his pattern is even going to show up on the thing. This just washes out so much. Well, it's not going to show you his pattern, and that's a shame because it looks amazing. Like if I get it close enough and it focuses right, you can at least see that there's a stripe down his back. And, ooh, what is that? Oh, just a little piece of poop. But we named him Timothy Chalamet. He is a leopard inchy ivory. Ivory is super yellow belly. It's homozygous for yellow belly. What else we got? Biden. There's no point in ultrasounding this one. This is one of the babies. Earlier when I showed you Tubby, the Mojave Calico, Mojave Lesser Calico, this is one of, or sorry, Mocha. Mojave Calico Het Pied. This is one of her babies. Really good looking. And I thought she would sell pretty quickly, but she didn't. This is a Mojave Calico Leopard. 66% possibly Het Pied. This is the first ball that Arden got for herself. And so she's 3 years old now. She is over 1,500 grams. And we've already paired her. So this would be her first season for pairing. So we should have already follicles on her. Yep, look at that. Those are almost eggs. Those are 30 millimeter. Can you guys see that? Like it's taken up the entire middle of the screen. There's several of them. So she is gravid. She is a Super Orange Dream Enchi, and so all of her babies are guaranteed to have Orange Dream. She's absolutely beautiful and has 30 millimeter follicles. And so we're going to pair her again next week for the final time. And I'm pretty sure that she is another one with cookies. No? No, why not? It's gonna have to be cookies. Right, she's Super OD Enchi. I'm forgetting who I was supposed to pair her with. How many snakes do you have now? I have no idea. Do you think it's worth having a two-headed snake as a pet? Do they live longer or die earlier than usual? They typically die fairly early, but there are some that live for a while. If you get if you can get one, they tend to cost a fortune if they make it to the point where they're eating and sustaining themselves. We haven't produced any yet. I did produce a snake without a tail just the other day. I'll show that off. Lemon peel angelfish. There's a number somewhere and I could look it up. But basically we work with 20 species of snakes and 12 species of lizards and have multiples of all of them. So it's hundreds. I mean, this is just one of the snake rooms. I'm really... I think I might have screwed up with Chandra. So I might put... I think we need to put the new boy with her right now. Hey, you. Let's put you with Chandra. Okay, who else? So this girl is a dinker. She basically looked a little unusual despite apparently being a normal. She's a little darker than normal. She has a little bit of aberrations in pattern. And so somebody sold her as really cheap as a dinker. Dinker is just one where you think there's a gene you may be able to reproduce, but you're not sure yet, so you give it a try. She is, let's see. I got nothing. Oh, please. No, 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 no. Stop that. Nope, stop that too. Nope, stop that. Here. All you gotta do is sit right here. Right there. Perfect. Good job. You're doing great. Stay away from the microphone and the gel. And stop moving. It would be really fucking cool since I'm doing this all on my own. Wow, okay, never mind. You are not in the mood for an ultrasound that way. And now I've got fucking gel all over me. I'm gonna try one last time. Wow. All right, I think I see a tube, but or not a tube, an oviduct, but cannot be sure. Okay. Oh man, I'm getting stuff all over me. Okay. So this girl is a Poshet Sunset that we were pretty sure was getting ready to lay, and we had measured follicles at like 30 something, and she never laid, so we're pretty sure she reabsorbed, but I'm going to take a look. Yep, she has follicles. Like 15 to 20 maybe. So I'm going to pair her with Sunny Boy right now. Hey, come here. Good job. You all get in there and get your freak on. Okay. We are most of the way done. But because I've run out of room, I'm going to move the photo booth over there. Because tomorrow, or someday later this week, I'm doing a photo shoot on all the snakes. So I can update all of their husbandry stuff. And get listings on Morph Market for what is for sale. Which, by the way, if anybody happens to be looking for anything in particular, amongst the ball pythons, we have some of our breeders are definitely for sale, and we also have babies. And oh, I was going to show you guys the one that doesn't have a tail. So this is the third time we've hatched out a pair of twins. And this is the smaller one. This is the smaller twin that came out of the egg. And seems to be fine, just very small. But this one, and we have no idea yet if it's going to be able to eat or make it. But this snake has no tail. And what I mean by that is if you look right there at the end, the body just stops at the cloaca. And there's a little nub right there. Can't get this fucking Facecam Pro to zoom in. Anyway, this is where the cloaca is, and there would be a little bit of tail past that. Why do cameras not fucking work anymore in this? Let's see if I can get. Oh, because that's as close as it can get. So yeah, I can't get in close enough with this camera. All right, screw it. Do you have color changing chameleons? We don't have any chameleons. The ultrasound, this one's an old one that's like, it was like $1,400 or so. There's a really good one that can work with your cell phone, any iOS or Android device. They're about $4,000 though, and I don't need a $4,000 ultrasound right now. But yeah, this Facecam Pro will not. It's really annoying because I have a hard time seeing where the camera's focused because these glasses are for that distance and they're progressives, so they're for up close as well. But that camera will not zoom in on anything closer than about right there. If I go in further, it just starts getting blurry. But hey, Matt, pretty color. Thanks, Kyle. But yeah, the ultrasound. This one was like right at $1,500, $1,500, and it's really old. But the important part is the wand. And so you can get a wand like this that just plugs into iOS device. Hi from Nova Scotia. I keep jumping spiders. That was beautiful coloring. Thank you. We don't really do any spoods at all, but one of the other vendors that we know gave Arden a jumping spider as a pet. I don't think it made it. I think it may have passed on, but it was the first spider that we actually had as like a pet thing. I don't plan to get any more of them, but I do like them. They're kind of cool, and they're more for me. I mean, I'm fine, you know, letting one crawl around on my hand and stuff, but for me, they're more like lookers. Age of technology doesn't matter if it works, just ask the federal government. Fair. Also, we got new lizards today. There's a picture up on my Facebook page. But, yeah, we got mountain horn dragons. Acanthosaura lepidogaster, the smallest one of them. Helped you get rid of your arachnophobia. That's good. There's a lot of people trying to get rid of their fear of snakes and stuff. All right. Starting at the top. This is honeycomb. Hey girl, come here. I know you were sleeping. I didn't mean to wake you up. Honeycomb is a Honeycomb's a champagne inchy het pied. And so, I mean, the champagne color, obviously. Go here. All your stuff's for breeders like you. Having a couple pythons should be easy. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I mean, we have animals that are for breeding and we have animals that are pets. And yeah, keeping a couple of pythons is not really any big deal. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm probably still a little bit. Yep, okay, there's the gallbladder right there. You can see that big blotch. And that is mainly between half and 2/3. And if you go just from the gallbladder down, you'll start seeing, there they go. That all those little black spots up there, those are all follicles in the oviduct. And they are all potential eggs. And you can see that at most they are about, I'd say maybe 8, between 5 and 8. So we'll start pairing her in 2-3 weeks. And while bottle pythons are unlikely to bite, the next 2 snakes are the 2 that are most likely to bite me. Hey, you. Just because, ooh, wow, put stuff right where I needed to stand. Just because they don't get a lot of interaction and they're up top. And these came from a home of some neglect. Wow, okay. I'm going to go ahead and press that button real quick and you guys can see there are good sized follicles there. Hi. Tons of them. And they are, oh wow, those are like 15 to 20. So she needs to be paired yesterday. All right, good job, Alice. Way to grow some follicles. Get you back in here. And come here, buddy. I'm putting you in with your girlfriend. There you go. Y'all get to banging right now. Don't wait around. All right. That was Alice. This is Flo. These are both 100% het for Ultramel. No, sorry, they're both 66% het for Ultramel, which is why I got a heck of a bargain on these. Let's see, I see you're right there, so that's probably the right spot. And if your follicles yeah, so there's a gallbladder. And if we go back along from the gallbladder, aim down, looks like her follicles are maybe 3 millimeter follicles. So, boom. So this girl is not going to need to get paired. She has barely started building, and we're going to keep giving her lots of food. Go ahead. Get on in there. All right. I'm going to slip out of the snake room for just a minute. And, oh no, I don't have to. Boobity-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so we have 3 girls on the next row. All of our clown females, we name all of our clown females after problematic Republican women. So we have one that's named Boebert. Then that one up there's name is Nancy Mace. Because goddamn it, I'm going to have as much fun as I can if the world's going to be miserable. All right. You go a little bit higher. Okay, that's gallbladder right there. And we just go just a little bit south of the gallbladder right there. What do we got? Nothing. Let me double check this. Okay. That's gallbladder right there. And we should have oviduct right here. Okay, there's a follicle. And she's maybe 5 millimeter. So, no rush on her. This is margarine, which Arden tends to call her Margarine Taylor Green, but she's not a clown and is a really good girl, so I don't call her that. Hello, barbecue. Come here. No. Stop looking like you're hungry. Yeah, you are hungry, even though you just... Whoa! You just got fed like Monday or Sunday night. All right, calm down. We're going to get you... We're not even going to put you on the big screen. I'm just going to ultrasound you really quick. Okay, that's gallbladder. And those follicles are about 7 to 10. Alright, good job. I'm sorry to disturb you. Sorry to freak you out. Thank you for calming down. Okay. So this is, come here girl. This is Ellie Goulding. She's a pastel lavender het pied. So she can produce pastel dreamsicles and actually pastel pinstripe dreamsicles with our boy. And I think she's gravid. And yes. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on that so y'all can see this. Right there. Those are basically 25 to 30 millimeter plus follicles that are either going to get reabsorbed or they're going to become eggs. And so I'm going to pair her up again later. I might put Ray in. Okay. I mentioned the ones that are potentially likely to bite. This one has always been a little tense and edgy. This is Taylor Swift. Another of our, basically all of our dreamsicles and dreamsicle producers. Okay, those are 10 to 12 millimeter follicles at most. But that's the other thing, is you don't have to sex them again. If you start seeing follicles in the ultrasound, you definitely have a girl. No. No. There we go. You are having a terrible shed. We're not going to check you right now. You are also having a terrible shed. But I'm going to... Actually, yeah, while we're zoomed in, let's just take a look at both of these real quick. Come here, Claire. I know you guys can't see anything but the ultrasound, but I'm trying to crank out a few of these really quickly. Yep. Those are 15 millimeter follicles. You need to get paired. Let me check your cohort here. Let's see how big your follicles are. What the hell? Okay, you sit right there. I'm either doing something wrong or my ultrasound just friggin' broke. Okay. How is that even possible? Okay. We're going to clean you up. We're going to clean me up. It just does not make sense. Come here. Blackness on the heart. All right. Let's see. Come here. Can't. What are we looking at here? That's gallbladder. I need you to relax, honey. Well, there we go. Yeah, they're like 5. At best. At best 5. So this is Blossom. She is a banana black pastel mahogany. And very pretty. Somehow or another I skipped a snake in that rack. I know I skipped a snake in this rack, so we're going to go back over here and figure this one out. Aha! Yeah. This I skipped. This is Rihanna, and she is just a mahogany, but she is one of the best representations of the single gene mahogany that I've ever seen. The coloration of the pattern is amazing. And come here, calm down, you're good. You don't have to do any of that. You could just sit still. You can just sit still. I got you. I got you. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's probably gallbladder. And all right, she's got nothing building, which is fine because I wasn't going to pair her till next year anyway. God damn it. What the fuck just fell over? A spray bottle, of course, because it's empty. And so these Zepp spray bottles are great, but they're top heavy when they're empty. Oh, god damn. And people wonder how I end up hurting my back all the time. This snake room is too full. How many are left? Okay. So we don't need to do Anne or Marie, or newest. I want to weigh this ivory Het DG girl. Exactly 1,000 grams, so she's got to put more weight on. This one's also in the might bite. Close enough to biting that I'm going to get the hook. There we go. So one thing you want to do is you make sure they're not in, you get them out of food mode and you get them out of defensive mode. And just get them to where they're in thinking mode when you get some good tongue flicks and everything. She's still a little jumpy. Yep, she has basically like 5mm follicles right there. She's a super cinnamon Mojave that is also hidden gene Woma, and we were using her for our originally we were using her for our gray matter project, super cinnamon champagne. And because there's hidden gene Woma in there, and and Hidden Gene Wilma is also in the spider complex along with Champagne. Her babies aren't good for that. We're going to use her for other breeding projects and not for gray matters. We have, so Anne and Marie are both cinnamon pastel, and Einstein is champagne cinnamon. And that turns out to be the best combination to get gray matters. I will show you. These are babies from Anne. And so this is just a gray matter, but it's a low gray presentation. Yeah, the light's too bright on there. I'm going to have to. And then there's this one, which is Champagne Cinnamon Lesser. Wow, you can't see the color at all. It's insane how bad that fucking camera is. Okay. That other one was a lesser gray matter. This is just a gray matter. And I'm not sure if I can even get it where you can see. There's just the slightest bit of gray by the head. Yeah, I know you don't like the light. But yeah. That is a Super Cinnamon Champagne, pitch black eyes, gorgeous snake, no kink, eats great, $900. But I may not sell it. Ugh. There's an ardent heart in my chat. That's amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to do, let's see. There are, I think, only 3 left that I need to do. I'm going to start at the bottom and work up real quick just to double check. All right. Yep. Okay. So this girl is just a visual piebald. I'm going to go full screen for you real quick. Just a visual piebald, a normal presentation, a really good, even presentation. Kind of the low to medium white. And I have no idea where she's at on follicles at all. But we're going to take a look. Boom. There we go. Is that a follicle? Is that... Wow, that looks like a 20 millimeter follicle up there. Is that right? It can't be just gallbladder, can it? Let me come down here a little more. Yeah, those might actually be decent. All right, probably need to get her paired. I just don't know who to put her with. But no, you're going there. Nancy. So there's 4 more to check. You are in terrible shed. So this is Candy, our Candino. Candino is a snake that is het for candy and het for albino, because those 2 recessives are allelic. And so the allelic combination produces a unique visual. Yep, and she's got about 7mm follicles as well, and a really bad shed. I will show her. We know there's a bad shed. Don't freak out about a bad shed. But this is what happens when you combine candy and albino. You get something that's very similar to ultramel, but not as... It's lighter colored than ultramel. This is Michelle. Michelle, my Belle. Belle is a blue-eyed leucistic. And so she is super lesser, we think. There's a lot of genes in the blue-eyed leucistic complex. Lesser Mojave. I'm not going to rattle them all off right now, but let's see where you're at. If you get your head out of the way, thank you. We'll just go right here and say, what do we got? Anything? Okay, that might be. Those could be almost eggs. She doesn't look quite bloated enough to properly be gravid, but there are definitely oval areas there that are... I can't get a good... I can't really tell. Sometimes I get a reading instantly and it's, you know, obvious. Look, there's follicles. They're 5mm, they're 10mm, but... You spotted a Brad in the chat? Hey, there is a Brad in the chat. Oh, the ultrasound machine. I couldn't see it. Let me see. Well, when it gets... When we get one where you can actually see the follicles formed, it won't be quite as blurry. All right. This is Gail, an Inchy Mojave Special, and I'm not expecting her to have any follicles. Okay, I'm wrong. She's got some 10mm follicles, but she really needs to eat. Okay, this is the last snake that I have to do. This is the one I'm most optimistic about, which is why I saved it for last. And I have almost run out of gel, or at least gel that's handy. But when you see that weight, that means I've got enough gel on there. And this is Janis Joplin. There we go. She is an acid pastel het albino, and so we've been pairing her. Let me show her off real quick. We've been. Oh wow! Why are you upside down, girl? Come here. So Acid does this really cool drippy stuff with a pattern like leopard. As a matter of fact, it was confused for leopard early on. And then Pastel will lighten it up, and it's also how her head gets lighter. And then she's het for albino, and we've been pairing her with Diggle, who is our black pastel visual albino male. All right, if I'm right, we're going to see some decent sized follicles. I'm not right, but we have follicles, I think, right there. Okay. Imagine the disappointment. Which is wild because she's got a good glow and everything. Okay, yes, I know you're very slippery now that there's gel in there, but that doesn't mean I want you to slip away. There we go. Yeah, 7 to 10 millimeter follicles, so not quite ready, but I'm going to clean the gel off of you. Yeah, she's a good sized girl. I'm sorry. I was not trying to startle you. Let's get you put back in your tub. All right. Yes?
I was watching the stream in the other room, and the ultrasound is like out of focus.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Oh, okay.
The camera is on autofocus. It won't focus close up. It won't focus far away. And because it uses the same signal, what I had to do was stretch the whole image out, because I can't do a zoom on there because it will also zoom the main one because it's the same input. Just the way this OBS layout works. So yeah, it's the best it's going to get. And it doesn't need to be great because the only thing you guys need to see is that there's dark spots. All right. I don't think there's anybody else that needs to be ultrasounded. So. Whew. All right, so that's a lot. And we have now ultrasounded all of the girls. I have no room to do pretty much anything anymore. And it's just going to get worse. We have a couple more racks coming and a couple more snake projects coming. And then we have a bunch that we're going to be offloading. And we're doing a reptile expo at the end of the month in Belton, north of Austin. So we have basically 2 home shows. One's here in Austin, or actually up in Leander, and then the other one's in Belton. So they're both basically the same distance from us. All right. For fun, I'm sweaty. It's hot in the snake room. It's always hot in the snake room. Let me go down here. Okay. Snakes to possibly show off. All right. I'm going to start with my new baby. Come here, buddy. This is Toast. Toast is a Brettles carpet python from Central Australia, around Alice Springs area. He is a hypo Stonewash. I don't know if it's focused on him. I can't focus on him and then look at the screen with these progressives. I can't tell what the fuck's in focus and what's not. But he's hypo stonewash and 66% het stripe. But this was my birthday present. He's amazing. And I think he might have actually eaten. Nope, he did not. There's a little fuzzy ASF in his tub. And I'm hoping he eats by tomorrow. And if not, I will have to do something about that. What else? We have the sunset clutch, including the one visual sunset. I hope the camera does this justice. But having seen all the other ball pythons there, you can see that coloring, and it's actually slightly darker and oranger in reality than what you're seeing on the screen. But that is a sunset. Yes, Toast was my birthday present. There were several others from the sunset clutch, but they're not sunsets, but we got some inchies and other stuff. Then there's a leopard pinstripe clutch. Come here, you. That produced this pastel leopard, who I think is just gorgeous. And a number of pinstripes, because we have pinstripe, inchy pinstripe, and this one, which I believe is inchy GHI pinstripe, and possibly leopard. And then right next to that one is a pastel pen leopard. Probably not GHI, but probably inchy. What color are your eyes? Yep, pretty sure it's inchy too. But I love the pattern breakup on that snake. You add something like Trick into that, Trick slash Hurricane, and you're getting closer and closer to something that looks a lot like a monsoon. Now this is a gorgeous. This is a pastel pinstripe GHI leopard inchy. I think this is the all gene snake here. From that clutch. And doing so much better. We were worried because this one wasn't eating. Oh, also for the one that was born without a tail, you can see roughly that much is tail. The cloaca is right here, and then that much is tail below it. And so the one that doesn't have tail, it just stops at the cloaca. So we named him Frog Butt. What else we got in here? There's a originally this was named Freckles, but we've changed her name to Willow. But this is an Amel palmetto corn snake, and we love that blotch on her. I don't know that this thing's going to get any kind of focus, but yeah. Amel palmetto, which basically means albino palmetto. Next snake name, Shit on a Shingle. Yep. All the Brettles are going to be bread named. So Toast. Maybe we do Shit on a Shingle if we get something. Let's see. These are... Come here, you. Come here. Come on. Don't hide. This is a T-negative albino het bell African house snake baby. They don't get to be crazy big anyway, but oh no. Good thing you fell on that towel. All right, come here. They're a little too small to handle And so when we actually start producing babies, we have 2 of those, and there's some more showing up. But when we actually start producing babies of those, I don't think we'll be selling them until they're big enough to comfortably handle. This snake is nothing impressive on anybody's gene list, but it is a cinnamon, and the coloration and just slight change to the pattern, if you put it up next to like a normal, I think it's one of the prettiest cinnamons we've ever produced. I love how it opens up and has that. You guys can't even see the color, right? Can you? Nope. It's like black rust. But what else have we got? Alright, it's a banana. Okay, there's a children's python on here. Wow. Who looks like he's grown 3 inches since we got him. Honey, if you're watching, this guy has really grown. So it's Antaresia childreni, but this is Stimson's. Let's see if I can get a shot of him in his tub. Look at him launching at me, trying to bite me. Come here, you. Oh. Wait, nobody's hurting you. There's nothing for you. I know, you came right out onto my hand. That was not the smartest escape plan of yours. But he launched himself at me. Did you musk on me? No, you didn't. You're just freaking out for no reason. Well, good job, buddy. Let's see, what else have I got? Hey, you. You're kind of just sitting there with your head up in the air. Well, you've got food right there. Eat it. We've got a few that are really slow about getting started on food. Some good bananas. All right, this is from the Bell Clutch. There's a Kenyan sand boa in here. This is a stripe Kenyan sand boa. And you almost never see these. I mean, when they're in their enclosure, they just burrow down, they hunker down and sit in there. He's looking really good, but we don't really have a project for him, so we're putting him up for sale at Belton. And the other one, come here, you. This is a normal Kenyan sand boa. They're really pretty. They're great little burrowing snakes. Honey, I'm not sure. I think her cloaca is fine now. So yeah, this one would go up. Basically, we rescued these and took care of them and fed them. And yeah, so it's not just ball pythons by any stretch of the imagination. Hi, you. Ah, come here, you. This is one of my favorites that we produced this year. OD Yellow Belly Huffman Pastel and possibly Calico. I've got to look, but I just love the pattern on it. It's bizarre. There's no clown or anything else weird in there. It's just, this is when you get Huffman Pastel, OD Yellow Belly. There's something else in there too. I got a list. I don't have it marked on the tub. So yeah, I do. Vanilla, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Pastel, Calico. And then we have the Inceptions. These are Orange Dream Dreamsicles, and this one is going into shed, so she's kind of very pale. But Dreamsicles are piebald and lavender albino, and then these also add Orange Dreams. And so that's a dream within a dream, and that's how they got the Inception name. What else? Nothing there. We already pulled that pied out. Super pastel. I don't think there's much else to show off in the hatchling rack for right now. And my jungle carpet boy is downstairs with his girlfriend. There are some boas, and we have, this is a long-term breeding project, but genuinely, I'm going to show you some of the prettiest boas you've ever seen. Hey buddy, come here. This is a male Sonoran Desert leopard morph. Holy crap, it's not that looks brown on the screen. This thing is bright fucking orange. That's insane. That color isn't remotely correct. Genuinely, this snake is a perfect rust color. Everywhere where you guys are seeing brown. Hi, buddy. You're growing really good. I mean, even the tail doesn't look right. Okay, you can see a little bit of his coloration on the belly, but only when it's in shadow. I think this light is really screwing stuff up. That's too bad, because this boy is fucking gorgeous. Ugh. All right, well on that front, I'll show off the Doomerals boy here. Come here. Because I don't think the color is going to matter much. This is our male Doomerals. And I fell in love with Doomerals boas in part because the pattern on the side, to me, they look like luchador masks. It's just a sequence of like lucha libre masks with, let's see if I can, so like right here be 2 eyes and a mouth, 2 eyes and a mouth, and so each of these are like little lucha libre masks. And so we named them, this is Psychosis, the boy, and the girl's name's Asuka. Okay, well, I think that's about all I can handle. I got a bunch done. I'm sweaty. We got the ultrasounds done. We did a few pairings. All right, so any last minute questions before I bail out of this stream? Beautiful snakes. Thank you. Yes. See you next time. Got to give the kids a bath. Awesome. Get those kids bathed. What are you doing? It's not even Saturday. this isn't going to show up very good, but that is a picture of our new Lepidogaster mountain horn dragon. We have two of them, a brown and a green. Okay, well, after a call for questions and seeing none, I move that Epic Loot Exotics live stream adjourn for today. And maybe next time we'll do a stream from down in the living room where all the colubrids are, so you can see the Honduran milk snakes, the Mexican black king snakes, our various hognose snakes, the corn snakes, my pair of Apalachicola Goinai kings. Plenty of options. And now, yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't forget to stop by epicloot.com. There's new t-shirts in our merch shop that Arden designed, and I'm hoping to get all the pictures up on Morph Market for snakes that are available for sale, including some of the breeders, by the end of the month. I know I keep saying that, but if the world would stop falling apart, I'd be much happier about all this. Anyway, we'll see you all later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.